Alrighty, boys. So, we are on the PvE, and we're going to be testing out the Duskblade changes. If you guys didn't see, Duskblade just got nerfed, where it is now only going to be doing 18% damage based on the target's missing health instead of 20%. So going down 2% in damage doesn't seem like too big of a nerf, right? But the invulnerability is going from a 10-second CD to now a 30-second CD. So that's going to be pretty interesting. I mean, I'm not really that opposed to trying a new mythic. I think the mythic is gonna be great, you know, regardless. But I don't know. Like, I really just have to test it this game and kind of see how exactly I feel about it. If you guys haven't been keeping up, I've been playing a lot of blue Kayn. I did an unranked to challenger blue Kayn only. And I ran Duskblade, Axiom Arc every game. And what I'm going to mention probably in the video before this, or the video after this, is the Axiom Arc buffs. Because my typical build is Duskblade, Axiom, Grudge. And Axiom got a big buff, Prowler's got a big buff, Umbral got a big buff, and let's see, there's one more. Serpents got another buff as well. So they added a lot more damage to lethality items, but they took away some of the strength of the main mythic. So that makes me think that it won't be bad to still run Duskblade. But, you know, Yumu's is also a sustainable option as well. I'm just going to try and test it out and kind of let you guys know what I feel. As long as it doesn't feel too bad. I think the buffs from Axiom kind of make it so you don't even notice the nerfs on Duskblade. If you guys haven't been keeping up with what Kayn runs, I definitely recommend you check out some of the other games I have. It's Duskblade is 100% the best mythic for Kayn right now, and you play a little bit differently whenever you go Duskblade as well. See, I don't actually max Q all the way. I put 3 in my Q for the early game, and then I like to max W. So the 3 in Q is for your first form, and it'll help you a lot with clearing faster early skirmishes. That way you can get your form a little bit smooth, and then maxing W will give you more burst for your form when you go blue form. Enemy team comp isn't that good for going blue, but because I'm used to it, I mean, I've spent, you know, the past 2 weeks going from Iron to Challenger, playing blue Kayn only. You know, I'm not too worried about playing into comps that aren't too favorable for Kayn. A lot of you, if you want the general rule of thumb of when to go blue, when to go red, basically, you want to go blue whenever you can one-shot 3 or more, and if you can't, then you want to go red. And if you don't know if you can one-shot 3 or more, you don't know the champions well enough to really kind of judge it, then I would say if they have 3 melee champs or more, you go red. If they have 3 range champs or more, you go blue. Pretty basic, simple stuff. And if they have somewhere in between, you know, some champions are half and half, you know, like a mid-league case, all that stuff. It could be either or. Then you can pretty much go whatever you prefer. Preference, red. I think everyone's going to have a preference. I know a lot of people prefer blue. Some people prefer red, but I know I definitely prefer blue, so I try to play them as much as I can. I have E coming up here, so that's why you want to look for ganks when you're playing Kayn, is you want to look through this type of like pathing behind the wall. Tell them to back up a little bit, making it too obvious that I'm ganking. Yeah. And then they can walk up now. Make sure to flash Q immediately. I'm gonna back up just because I don't want to die here. That's good though. Good start. Ward right here. Don't know where Aatrox is. So yeah, that's always what you want to do whenever you're looking for a gank. You always want to look for an angle behind them. Very ideal. Okay. Now we're just going to reset and farm our camps again. So you don't want to overstay on the map, because you want to make sure that you're full clearing again. You want to make sure that you're getting to your camps as they spawn. That way you don't run any risk of getting invaded. So I'm going to be like, what, 5 or 10 seconds late here for the Krugs. But the way I see it is if I gank bot and I get a kill, it's worth to lose my Krugs. And that's like a huge if, you know. The enemy jungler has to be paying really close attention to what you're doing. And they have to do exactly what you did and then be exactly there at that exact time. So notice, as me as a challenger player, this is more of like a challenger tip. Like being very precise with timing, being very precise with your damage output, like knowing these things down to a T. That stuff I wouldn't really say you have to worry about, but I know some people like the more advanced tips and tactics to utilize. You know, some of you watch a lot, so you can maybe understand a little bit of what I'm telling you. But if you're a newer player, don't feel like you have to memorize everything, you know. Trust me, you'll climb by just doing any of the little things, you know, the clear, the build, decision making, all that stuff. If you do any of the small things, trust me, they'll add up. Become a very big thing. But if you want to learn the big things, well, I'm always happy to teach that as well. Okay, Aatrox is right there. No reset, so he's a little bit weaker on the map. A little bit stronger. I also have a level advantage. Because he overstayed, he's not clearing as fast as I am. Because obviously I have more damage. Only like 5 seconds late to my respawn timer, so the importance of getting a nice reset. There he is. You see him. Only shoving in here. Doesn't look like I'm able to do anything there. Maybe we can gank mid if we bait out this guy's W. I know Dark Aura. Yes, Dark Aura is someone I talk to quite often. And he was telling me about if he's going to be running Duskblade still, or if he's not. I believe he said that he's going to try it out, and the main reason why he loves Duskblade is because it's stronger on purchase than Yumu's. So Yumu's will eventually outscale because of the large quantity of lethality it gives, but you see the Duskblade passive usually will give you the superior value. That's usually why people go that. So Lux is going to try and Yumi here. Nice, not bad. So just camping bot here, making sure I'm getting my form very quickly. Huge. Good dragon. After 2 full clears, usually that's a good time to look at the dragon. You don't really want to solo it. It's ideal. You do exactly what I did. You get a gank off and then you look for the dragon. Yeah. Now one can come. Or both can come. I mean, that's pretty much how you want the objectives to work. It's a team game, so you really have to play as a team, you know? So get a gank and then you look to do the objective together. That way I'm saving time and they're saving time. And, you know, we're kind of trading gold back and forth by I'm ganking them, they're helping me out. And, you know, now we have the scaling as well. Put a control here. Now, yes, I do run a risk of losing my 2 topside camps here, but once again, you have to factor in the value of a kill plus dragon versus 2 camps. So, pretty obvious. And then I get the Scuttle RNG. There's only 1 Scuttle on the map, either bot or topside, so there's no topside Scuttle, so that would give me the edge on that camp. A lot of times you're actually going to find out that people don't even invade you. Or you like pay attention to these like very intricate details about the game. Or you become like over fixated with like all the details. I promise you'll start moving and climbing rapidly because you're going to pick up on things that no one else is picking up on. Your elo. Oh, I did lose the red buff. I lose the Krugs though. Oh, there he is. See, so sometimes also as well, whenever someone goes for an invade, they overstay. That's never a good thing. Look, he didn't even reset. Oh, he's a pretty weak boy. Oh. And just wait inside while Tryndamere kills him here. Cool. Now it looks like we're gonna get 2 kills. Oh, and I got my form. That's huge, boys. I'm just gonna get my form immediately, just gonna reset. So that's another thing, is this is why you reset, because he wanted to invade my top side, but he couldn't do it fast enough because he didn't have an item. So without an item, easy to punish him, right? So now we have the Duskblade, now we get to do the testing. 3 out of 5 of our treasure stacks. So when you get your form, you can start to transition your gameplay into a lot more aggressive tone. Oh, I love this skin in Chroma. Oh. You know, I didn't realize how amazing it was. So I only have it on one of my accounts, and I don't even have it on my main account. I don't even have it on my main account because it's like a limited skin. Look how beautiful this is. This is my favorite aesthetically pleasing skin to look at. It's the Deathbringer Chroma from the Nightbringer series, if you guys are curious. But right now, we're going to watch the waves. So bot lane shoving in. So they're kind of prone to getting ganked here. Just by watching the waves, you can always tell what the enemy jungler is thinking about if they're watching the waves as well. So this means I have to hover and I have to make sure that they shove the wave. I have to be around bot side, otherwise they're prone to getting ganked, and they're the only lane prone to getting ganked. The top's not there. It's in a pretty like stalemate position. Bot's the only place of risk. But thankfully, because I'm so ahead, I can just aggressively walk through the enemy jung. And because Aatrox isn't here, this means that he's on the rift. So now we're gonna start maxing our W. 3Q max W. I'll look for the dive. I'm gonna wait for my ulti here. But we just need to pop this guy's shield. Basically what I'm going to look for here. To kill Lux, I'm going to go inside Malzahar and just chill. Oh! Okay, there you go. Made it. Perfect. Yeah, Kayn's really good at diving as well. So I mean, the damage still feels good. I mean, you're not gonna notice really 2%. I know, math is math. You can do the math on it, and someone probably will, but it doesn't really feel like it. I think that's really the main importance, is that when something gets nerfed, it has to feel like it's nerfed in order to really impact your mind. And yeah, it didn't really feel like it was nerfed right there. Damage felt pretty damagey. So that means that we're really only working with the invulnerability nerf, the bonus 20 seconds on that CD. Which I don't really think would be a big problem, because ideally only get it off once per fight. I mean, you'd be really lucky to get off more than once in a fight. I'm gonna check this, by the way. Yeah. Hello, Aatrox. Nice. Got him. Probably kill this Zed. Tries to fight me. So now this is definitely a position where I'm fighting right after a fight, and I wish I had my Duskblade back up, but I don't. A little interesting thing to pay attention to there. Oh, you? Using my high mobility. So definitely, wow. Okay, so right there, I already noticed a massive difference in how the game could go based off of the passive nerf. Is that enough for me not to want to go the item, though? That's really the main question. Hello. 1 second. Yeah. Nice. I just had to space him out and I was vibing. No, I don't really think that's enough to make me not want to go this item. You see the synergy when I get my Axiom here. So Axiom, that's typically, if you guys want to copy the build, you go Duskblade, Axiom, Grudge. That's what I said earlier. And then after that, I mean, you know, because if they have a lot of one-click CC, you can go Edge of Night. You know, me and Dark Aura, who's, if you guys don't know who that is, he's the rank 1 in the EU. There's a lot of blue Kayn. I think he only plays blue Kayn. And I talked about it a little bit with him, but basically said that if you're not good enough to dodge skill shots, then, you know, going Edge of Night is just, it's basically admitting that you're not good enough, you know? Unless they have like hardcore point-click CC, like a Lissandra, a Malzahar, which they do have a Malzahar. I probably would wind up going Edge of Night. And yeah, Serpent's got buffed, so if shields, that's a great option as well. But I think the main buff we're looking at for this patch would be the Axiom arc, so kind of what my thoughts are on. Nice. It's huge. Good job, boys. I'll probably hover the bot. We're gonna chase that. Mouse. Oh, nice. Good snipe. Oh. It's only cancel my ulti there. That is. Oi. Yeah, booped. I gave them a shutdown, so I gotta be a little bit careful we don't throw this game. The whole premise of this playstyle and this build and everything is that you have to end games fast. So, like I said, once again, if you guys haven't seen, I did the Iron Challenger Blue Kayn only challenge, and the entire thing that I was trying to teach for everyone in every elo is that you have to play tempo. You have to play very high tempo, which means that you're playing very aggressive. So a lot of people, they've been asking this as well, where's Manamune? No tier, no Manamune? Well, the thing is that you want to be strong as soon as possible. You want to be snowballing as soon as possible. So you want to get your Duskblade as soon as possible. Because the Duskblade is going to supply you with so much damage, it's going to give you a lot more potential to make plays. And with a lot more potential to make plays, you can play a lot faster, so you don't really want to slow yourself down. Kind of the whole premise. I mean, you could still go tier Manamune. It'll definitely scale better, but the thing is, we're kind of stepping away from the scaling playstyle. We're playing more for just pure aggression. And, you know, if that playstyle isn't for you, that's perfectly fine, but basically just kind of planning what we do. We're playing off the Duskblade here. Cool. Get some kills there. Huge. Now I would get my Axiom mark. Oh, and the FF. Perfect. GG. Jeez. Duskblade, good. So gonna build.